So I'm just with that. Hey guys, it's Christy. So today I'm going to be doing a review for you guys. Okay, so this review was requested by Yourtypicalgirl. This is the review for Scarlet Heart. We're going to get right into the story of Scarlet Heart. So there's this girl named Gohajin. She is a girl who is devastated. She's recently caught her boyfriend cheating on her, and she is just devastated. She's heartbroken and she's crying, and she really can't stand life. She's at this pier on this dock, and as she's sitting there complaining about her life, a homeless man, or he appears to be homeless, is lying right behind her, and he tells her something, corrects her in her belief that her life is over. As she gets up to leave, she notices a little boy go out into the middle of the water, and she notices that nobody is kind of paying attention and nobody has noticed this, and so she goes after him to go save him. Now, as she's getting into the water, a total eclipse happens, and somehow, someway, she is transported from the 21st century all the way back to the year 941. There, she gets transported into the body of a girl named Hesu. And so she really doesn't know what's going on. She's really kind of confused, and she kind of wakes up in the middle of this body of water that these other men are in. She kind of doesn't know that she's in a different era and a different time. One of the servants kind of runs in and takes her away. Her name is Cheryang, and she kind of takes her away and takes her back to her house. So she lives at this house with, her name is Lady O, and with the 8th prince, Wang Wu. So she doesn't know kind of, what's going on, and she's really freaked out at first, and everybody's kind of trying to talk to her, and she's just like not trusting anybody. So the 8th prince goes into her room and is like, okay, look, this is what happened. You've got a bump on your head, and so you don't remember much. But this is who you are, you live here, and everybody's really good, right? She kind of trusts him. She begins to trust him, and then she falls in love with Lady O. She really kind of finds a caring and mother figure in her, and so she kind of really attaches herself to her. And then slowly but surely, she starts falling in love with the 8th prince. He is so sweet, and he's so kind, and he's so loving to her. Lady O is sick, and she knows that she doesn't have much time, and she has noticed that the 8th prince has been noticing and spending a lot of time with Hesu, and so she kind of tells him, it's okay. So she meets a 3rd prince, Wang Yu, who is a little bit uptight and a little bit focused and determined. He is under the impression that he is going to be getting the crown, even though he is not the crown prince. So his mother's been telling him ever since he was little that the crown is destined for him. She meets the 14th prince, Prince Wang Deng, and he's more of a martial artist, and he's more militant. He kind of sneaks out of the palace, and he goes off to the streets in disguise, and he engages in fight for bets. And he's also Wang Yu's brother, from the same mother. Brother, not half brother, but from the same mother. He's more of a carefree than his brother, but he is also under the impression that he's not going to get the crown because it belongs to his brother. She also meets the 13th prince, Wan Peka. Wan Peka is the artist of the group. He is the musician. He is the carefree soul. He is the one who kind of looks out for the best solution for the people. He's a very sincere and very passionate soul. Pekka is not really taken with her. He really doesn't know what to do with her. He kind of just tolerates her. At first, he kind of really doesn't like her. And he's older. Shut the front door. She also meets the 10th prince, Wan Un. Wan Un is my favorite. Oh my goodness. Wan Un is one of the youngest. He is so sweet. No, he's not. I'm lying. He is so childlike. He's so carefree, and he is such an innocent. He is such an innocent. And he is under this impression that she is supposed to do everything he says because he is a prince. And she is very quick to put him in his place because she's not from the century. So she's very quick to kind of, tell him that he's being a jerk and that he shouldn't be treating people badly, and she gets into a fight with him. And that is his first impression of her. After that, one of his brothers tells him that maybe she was fighting with him because she likes him, and so he becomes so smitten with her. And he's so cute. I love him. She also meets the 9th prince, Wang Wan. He's very close to Wang Yu. How would I explain? He doesn't really have much ambition for himself. He's better off being a follower than he is being a leader, but he does choose his leaders very carefully. As she's walking through the village, she meets the 4th prince, whom everybody is terrified of, Wang So. Wang So has a very dark history, and he's got a lot of kind of rage built up inside him, and he's got a lot of rage because all he's looking for really is the approval of his mother. You find out as the story progresses just how much his mother's approval and love meant to him, and it's something that he desperately wanted. A lot of the choices that he makes are based upon whether or not it will gain the approval of his mother, who, by the way, is also Wang Yu and Wang Zheng's mother. Heso lives at the estate with the 8th prince and with her guardian, basically, is what she is, Lady O. Well, she's there, and she does kind of start getting used to the fact that perhaps she's not going to be going back home. She does kind of make a life for herself. She was very interested in cosmetics and very interested in like soaps and fragrances and stuff to kind of keep your body clean and healthy. And so she starts doing that, and she makes a whole bunch of soaps, and she plans to give them to the 8th prince's mother, the queen, Empress Huangbo. She's the king's 4th wife, and she also wants to give them to the 3rd queen, Empress Dowager Yu. As time kind of goes on, and Hesu kind of stays there, because she's from a different time, she doesn't really know how to treat the princes with any sort of decorum that is kind of passed down through the generations, through people, through your parents telling you how to treat the princess. So really, she's just treating them like everyday people, and I have a feeling because she kind of treats them just like people, they kind of really do take to her, they kind of really do become her friend, and she really becomes theirs. She's always protected them, she's always loyal to them, she always wants the best for them. And in the beginning, she meets the astronomer Choi Ji-mung. She notices a striking resemblance that he has to the man whom she was speaking to back in her century, was kind of putting her in place and telling her that it isn't like her life isn't over. She believes that it's the same man. She doesn't believe that he's a reincarnation. She believes he's the same man, and then he came back into the past with her. She at first is kind of looking to kind of get him to take her back to her place, but then he tells her a story about how when he was a boy he died, and when he woke up he was in this century, in this era, and that he even remembers skyscrapers and buildings and such, and then he thinks that it was just a dream. And then that's kind of when she starts to realize that there's a very big possibility that she's not going to get to go back home, because if he came here when he was a boy and he still hasn't found a way home. So she kind of resolves to live life in this century. At first, everything is really great, and all of the brothers, they get along wonderfully, and they really do care about one another, and nobody has any delusions about them being the next king, except for Wang Yu. And the reason that they don't really have any delusions is because Wang Lu is the crown prince, and he is the king's first son. She becomes acquainted with the 4th prince, and they kind of start having conversations, and it turns out that the 4th prince is actually quite infatuated with her. She starts seeing the 8th prince. She's told that she shouldn't trust him because when it comes to saving their own skin, like, he's going to choose himself instead of her. At the same time, when she's kind of head over heels for him, the 4th prince, Wang So, he has been really taken with her, and he is in love with her. Heso has kind of a premonition, and she realizes that he's going to be the most ruthless, bloodthirsty king there ever was. She doesn't want this to happen. The rest of the story is focused on how she's going to prevent this from happening. So I'm not going to tell you more about the story because I don't want to ruin it. I will tell you this. I have never cried so much in anything as I did in this drama. This drama took my heart, pulled it out of my chest, and just stomped on it. I was so heartbroken. It's like there were no rules in this drama. I don't want to mention too much. Let's just say that the brothers go from loving each other to hating each other. Not all of them, but most of them. And it's just so heartbreaking to watch. I understand that with power comes this power hunger, this hunger for it. But I've never understood. Perhaps it's because I just don't see my family as stepping stones. But I've never understood how somebody could step over family or manipulate family into being just ruthless. I've never understood it. This drama is amazing. I can easily see why it was so recommended. Apparently it didn't get that high reviews at home, but oh my god, I don't understand why. It was so great. I love it. I got my cousin I got my cousin to watch it. Now you have to understand, my cousin jokes around that she's got a black heart, right? She doesn't get sentimental. She doesn't really cry at, you know, sad movies. She asked me for recommendations, and I sent her W, and I sent her Scarlet Heart. She saw Scarlet Heart, and then she texts me a couple of days later. She's like, Christy, why did she leave him? And I don't know what she was talking about because she didn't tell me what she was watching, and I said, so for which one? So I sent her two. And she's like, Scarlet Heart, I just finished watching it. I'm like, oh my god, wasn't it good? Wasn't it amazing? And she's like, I cried for 2 days. She doesn't cry, guys. She doesn't cry. And she cried for 2 days. This drama is amazing. She goes through so many hardships and such a difficult time. And the ending was so unexpected. The last episode, oh no, okay, so there's 2 episodes where I cried the most. It's when one of her premonitions comes true, and I'm not gonna tell you which one it is. You're gonna have to watch it to see which one it is. And then at the end, oh my god, I'm gonna start crying, and this has been like a week since I watched it, and I'm gonna start bawling. Those are the 2 times in this drama that I cried the most. And it's just heartbreaking, and it hurt. It physically hurt. Like, this drama, like, hurt my heart. There were so many times when I was watching this drama that I was doing this, and I was like going, oh my heart. I couldn't stop myself from crying. There were actually a couple of times that I got so angry I had to stop watching it and walk around. It's such a great drama. I highly, highly recommend it. I'm going to watch it like 1,000 times. It is amazing. It's also my very first historical drama. So that is it for this drama, guys. If you have any requests for me, let me know down in the comments below. It might take me a little while to kind of get to it because I do have one request that I have to watch. I've already seen a couple of episodes and I have to finish watching it, and then I have to do that one. So if it's a drama that I haven't seen, I have to watch it first. But if it's a drama that I've already seen, I can bump it up the list a little bit. Oh, and if you want me to watch something for you that you guys want to watch but want to get another opinion first, let me know and I'll watch it for you and I'll let you know what I think. I will tell you what is up. If you would like to subscribe, the subscribe button will be somewhere around here. If you want to see any of my other K-Drama Mondays, the list will be up here somewhere. That's it for this review, Drama Tears. I will see you next week with another review. Bye.